Hey guys, welcome back to Hime Hime Star. So today I'm doing a tutorial on my eyebrows. I know there's a million tutorials on YouTube, but there's a million and one. So if you want to see how I do my brows, please keep on watching. And if you don't, I'm not gonna be mad. Like, I understand. There's already a million ways to do eyebrows. Like, do them how you want. But yeah. As you can see, I have nothing in my eyebrows and they look really sad. Sorry, I always listen to music when I'm doing my makeup, so just don't mind my headphone. I'm actually going to be using a few new products for me, but that's only because I needed to replace my old ones. So I want to talk really quickly that my hair is currently like, I'm trying not to style it, that's why it looks so weird. But I just want to point out I'm like fading my purple. So this is kind of like my neutral colors that I use whenever like I'm either fading my colors or like when I don't have blonde or when I have a color in my hair and I just don't feel like going through the process of like making my eyebrows match, which I do through makeup, and I do eventually want to film a tutorial on how I do like my colored eyebrows. But as for today, this is just gonna be like my kind of neutral, works good with brown hair, works good with blonde hair kind of brows. So let's get into it. I'm gonna use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil and I'm using the shade Taupe. This is new to me. Like, I just got it today, but I know these are supposed to be, I have like a bunch of swatches already on my hand. Anyways, this is supposed to be like a dupe for Anastasia Brow Wiz. That's it right there. So I'm gonna just use this one. Before, what I was using like Dior Brow Styler. And that's not cruelty free, and I was just kind of like waiting to like use it up, and it's pretty much used up, so I feel like it's pointless to use, like, put it in a tutorial because I don't plan on using it anymore. So anyways, so I'm just gonna take this spoolie. Always start with like brushing my eyebrows up. Now I want to point out this like weird situation happening in my arch. There's like, my eyebrows are like really long, like the hairs are really long. And so I was trying to trim it and I was using different scissors than the one I usually use, and it took out quite a chunk. So that's what I usually use like the brow pencil for. And then I also want to point out on this side of my eyebrow, I have like this bald spot right here. So that's annoying. So I basically have to even those out and fill it in. But anyway, so just brush the hairs up so you can kind of see the shape that we're working with. The first thing that I actually go in with is a powder. This is just to kind of get like the base going and just fill in the sparse areas. This is the super old packaging, but I still use it. I don't care. This is the Too Faced Brow Envy Kit, and it comes with like a bunch of stuff, but I only use I used the wax for a little bit, but it doesn't hold my eyebrows very well. So anyway, so I just use basically the powders. So I'm actually going to use the brush that came with it. It's like, honestly, my favorite little angled brush, and I want to find like a full size of it. If you guys know where to get like a really like thin angled brush, please let me know. But I'm just going to go into the blonde shade, and I'm going to start kind of underlining the underneath of my eyebrows. I start with a lighter color so that I can build up the opacity as needed. And yes, I know this is such a little baby brush, but you know what? I don't know. I'm so used to using it. I've been using this for years. Now I want to say though, this runs a little bit warm, and I think it only like kind of looks warm because I have like such cool tone hair right now. But when I have blonde hair, this doesn't look bad. It looks fine. But anyways, I'm just gonna run it mostly through underneath first. Kind of brushing it through the hairs as I go. And if you need to, just to kind of clean up the edges, just take the spoolie, run it through again. It kind of helps disperse the product. So as you can see, that front of the brow is already looking like really good. I'm going to take my brow pencil just because like this arch is really bothering me. But this is usually what I do. I'm just going to fill in the arch. Not really the arch, but like the tail of my brow. It already looks so much better. Now, I don't know if it's showing up on camera very well, but it's still like you can still kind of see a line from my horrible brow cutting job. So I'm going to actually go in with the brunette shade from this kit, this one right here, and I'm going to take it again on this little brush and just kind of work that into the tail. I'm gonna just work that into the arch now. So when I define my arch, I use the darker shade just to make it as sharp as I possibly can because I want that to be kind of the most prominent part. And I'm gonna run this from like the point of my arch, kind of going backwards, so brushing it back through the hair to make sure I'm not having any sparse areas, just towards the front. There's not any new product on this, so it's not really adding much color, it's just kind of spreading it. Just kind of like fluffing the brows. And if you see any sparse areas that you still want to fill in, you can just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to just use the pencil for that, because I find the pencil lasts longer than the powder. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eyebrow, just the same thing. The powder doesn't ever stick on this little bald spot. I think it's like a scar or something. I don't know. I've always had it. I don't know what's up with that. But, so I do have to use kind of like, I have to use multiple products to kind of cover that guy up. I can, if I'm like in a pinch, I can cover it with the brunette shade. But since I have my handy dandy brow pencil, I'm just going to go in and just fill that in. And then I can go over it with the brunette shade. I'm filling in some of the sparse areas that I see as I'm brushing with the pencil. But you can do that with a powder or the pencil, it's totally up to you. But like I said, the pencils tend to last longer. So now I'm just gonna go back through with the blonde shade, just quickly through the hair. And now I'm gonna take the brunette shade, I'm gonna pop it right in that little bald spot. This is Make Me Brow from Essence. It is a like mascara, whatever you want to call, with fibers in it. And it doesn't, okay, so like if you have watched, I think that was in the beginner guide to Gyaru where I said I use a brow mascara to lighten my eyebrows. I was hoping that this was going to do that. It kind of lightens my brows, but not enough to the point where I can just wear it on its own. And I did just buy this one from NYX. And it looks a little bit more pigmented. That's what all these like little scratch marks on my hands are, is like just me swatching it. So like it looks a little bit more pigmented, so maybe the NYX one will work. But like this is a huge brush, so I don't want to use it today. But what I have been using recently, and this is like, I don't know, I really like this product, is the, anyways, Essence Make Me Brow. I've been using it a lot. So it's got a tiny, tiny brush, which I really like. And I start by brushing the hairs in the front kind of upwards. Well, actually, like straight upwards, because I like my eyebrows to have texture. If you don't want them to like look like fluffy in the front, just brush them to the side. This helps them to hold their place as well. And then I brush the hairs going up to the arch upwards. And I kind of like go back and forth with it whenever I want to just kind of apply a little bit more product. Since this is lighter than the colors that I was using in my eyebrows, I do like to apply a little bit more to the front just so it subtly lightens it. So it's like very, very subtly ombre, but it's nothing crazy. It's just a little bit. And I'm just going to do the same to the other eyebrow. Alright, so now they are all filled in, but I need to clean them up because I made a few mistakes. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but I can see it, and that's what matters. So I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer. I use NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use the shade Vanilla. I use it mostly underneath my eyes, but it also works really good for eyebrows. So I'm just taking a little bit. I'm going to take it on an angled brush. This one is from e.l.f. But just use whichever one you want. This one is like thicker than the one I was using on my eyebrows. I'm just going to clean up wherever I see necessary. So I'm going to clean up a little underneath here. A little bit in the front. This is also really handy if you accidentally make like one eyebrow a little bit thicker than the other. You can just even them with a little bit of concealer. So final step, the brows are done. This is just a little bonus I like always do. So you guys know by now I'm like obsessed with highlighting, and it's just like my favorite thing. So I just take, this is a broken brush. I don't even know what it's from, but it's just a flat shader brush. It's literally broken off. I'm just using a little bit of Mary Luminizer. Look how much I've used. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little bit of Mary Luminizer from the Balm, and I just put it right under the arch. Cool. So that is how I do my eyebrows. So as you guys can see, it's like not overwhelming, I don't think. And I really like it. It's like strong enough and structured enough and also natural enough that if I'm not wearing Gyaru and I'm like just going to work and I'm just wearing like kind of more normal makeup, it doesn't look crazy and they look really good. So yeah, I hope that this helped, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in another video. Bye!